Well, hello, folks. This is Top Gun here with you for you tonight. Oh man, I gotta pick a slogan. Anyway, I got a good one for you. I know it's a sea of red. You're scared. It's all right. Take it easy. Take a breath. Breathe. Remember, hey, sell the greed, buy the fear. I'm not saying this for every project. Sometimes there's really bad times to buy the dip. But what happened? Why is everybody scared? You know, you don't want to just stare at my pretty face. So here, this is the Luna chart. What's happened to Luna? Luna bottomed out. Even worse from yesterday. And it's okay, because in 13 days, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. That's right. Pulse, pulse X, pulse chain. That's what's coming. 13 days or less. Richard Hart said it yesterday on YouTube. And he used the words or less, not 2 more weeks, not after sacrifice totals. The Uniswap version 3 issue that they didn't even need to solve to launch is done. It's done. It's fixed. It's set and ready. The math's complete. They can do it. The sacks are figured out. The math is done. Pretty much they're just linking, missing, like, oh, you didn't put a memo or anything. Like those last little things, they know the numbers for all these sacks. It's all set. People just have to claim some of the missing ones. So they'll be doing that after Pulse Chain launches. So they're in the staging time now, prepping for launch. We've gotten all the warning we're going to get that Pulse Chain is coming by May 24th or sooner. So it's going to come to the market, and it's going to not save the whole entire crypto crash. Bitcoin at this point is crashing. And little market tip for you, it's not going to stop until about 26K at this point. It's got to find a new bottom. Right about, oh, that's right about down here. We still got to close this gap and test that. We'll see if we can hold that. If we drop below that, I think Michael Saylor's in big trouble. Hex, in the meantime, I like to say the trend is your friend until the end. And this is the beginning of a bear or a bull market trend. Notice the higher highs and higher lows. All that needs to be said. Ethereum, well, it's tagged around by Bitcoin. It's getting thumped even harder, down to almost $2,000. Wow. But all this precipitated by Luna, the big kick. So right now, they're trying their best to recover USDT. There's a bunch of it that's worthless. It won't be accepted for a long time. They got to refill their reserves. There's a lot of rebuilding to do. It may not be done crashing out. But Luna started at a sales price of 50 cents. And it crashed at its dip to around 30 cents, at least according to these charts. And then it hit an all-time high of $120. So if Luna gets to under $1 to around its starting prices and dip prices, I have a funny feeling that that's its absolute floor, and it doesn't have much further left to fall. So anything under $1, as Warren Buffett would say, would probably be a good deal, because it's a network. People will come and do the rescuing that needs to happen. If they have to reset the algorithm for the balance to get trust back and go, oh, we're backing it with more, trust the algorithm, you can trust us now, they'll come back. There was no actual hack, no actual technical problem with the audit, like the actual code. It was an issue with design. They added a fourth pool of too low value, provided an exploit for the overextended positions for the not properly backed USDT. It could have been done to a regular financial market. Like, this was a financial manipulation hack. This was not an actual code hack. So Luna took a kicking for this, but the creators are still going to be able to rebuild it, still going to be able to break it back. It's not because it's built on a bad trading bot like BitConnect. I do believe Luna won't go lower than 30 cents, its previous all-time low. I think that really is probably the crash point. So anything under $1, if it gets there, it's been at 70 cents today. I'm not a big spender or anything, but I might have bought a coin or two, considering I couldn't have afforded those before. But Just me. Like, hey, I'm not going to waste or go aping into this, but this is a point where everyone's fear and rushing in. Hey, I just think this is approaching a good deal. It might be a point where someone wants to start dollar cost averaging. Like, hey, yeah, I'll buy a little now. If it's a dollar, I'll buy a little. If it's 75 cents, I'll buy a little. If it's 50, I'll buy a little more. Maybe put a couple buy orders in. See how low it can go. Scoop up a little bit, scoop up a little bit, and then just sit back and wait the years and see what happens. Because I think it'll eventually recover. Personally, BNB has lost over 50% over the course of the year. It's taking its own little kick here, and XRP is squealing. Oh, it's squealing so hard, so hard. So it has not been good time in crypto. And you hear some people screaming, "Don't launch Pulse Chain now." Time in the market is better than time in the market. There will always be 17 trillion Pulse X and 11 trillion Pulse in wallets that are available to hit the market when it hits certain price points. There are some people that, no matter what, are already agitated, scared of this market, and want to claim any profits they can and run. We'll get rid of those. That's called the dip. Then, between all the interest and everyone who holds, it'll start going up and people will want to cash out. This will not necessarily be based so much on the chaos as price points when people are deciding they're going to cash out and take some profits, that we'll see some stalling on it. But it's a well designed ecosystem, an entire network that's beautifully designed, low gas, copy of Ethereum, easy to program in, price floor established. It's okay to launch it in a bear market. It's okay if it launches next week. It's okay if it launches in 2 months. You don't need to time the market. It's a good product. It'll do well because it actually produces revenue and pumps it back into the system. It's self-sustaining somewhat. Like, come, trade, play, watch it grow. It's that simple. It'll be alright. There are certain businesses that'll do fine in times of recession. In case you're curious, looking at traditional markets, which took another crap kicking today, as the dollar still pumped even a little higher. Can you believe it? And it's so inflated, but that's just how bad it is. And we watch US oil still fighting because there's still the consumer demand. It hasn't been crushed yet, so inflation will continue. At least so far as this bull flag plays out, it is starting to come to an end where it'll make a decision. So could inflation start actually peeling off? Are they making a case for peak inflation? Could the bull flag break and oil start going into stagflation by June? I don't know. Should we draw some technical lines? This wasn't even going to be part of my video, but since I see it, why don't I call it? In case you guys didn't see the pattern, where it extends to. Now, see, this is where do you call the bottom? Here. All right, let's delete this. We've got several patterns, but they don't line up. So, different people would slide it this way, say it's ending sooner. I'm going to say it could continue on longer. So I'm going to go from the lowest points out. All right, so let's go this way. Create a flat bull flag. Extend it to its maximum pain before it's actually broken to really indicate what the market does. So it can travel in around this flag. And if it goes up, inflation is going to get even worse. If it comes down, we'll just be stuck in the stagflation time. So this is our fighting while inflation is slowly climbing and the Fed is lagging behind. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Those words are probably keeping the algorithm down. Oh well, it needs to be said. So, oh well. Hopefully the people that click on it will share it, like it, subscribe it, comment, all that stuff. I'm trying to actually educate the community here. It's up to you. Do it or not. Get smarter or not. You want to stay dumb, that's up to you. In the meantime, anyone who wants to learn, I'm going to continue being less sassy. So the tech stocks, the RKKs of the world, Cathie Woods, oh, she's dying right now. Apple is even hurting. Tesla is in pain. This stuff is acting worse than crypto. Netflix basically had its frigging Terra Nova, or Luna Nova, or Lunaterra. Wow, man, that is a mouthful. You can tell I don't play over there very often. So, yeah, Pulse Chain's coming in less than 2 weeks. There will be excitement in it. People are wanting to be amping in pre-bridge. My opinion is, don't bother. Just wait until it's available after bridge. Start bringing in your value then. Don't trade pre-ratio. You don't know what you're doing, and you're going to regret it because all those coins you want to trade for Pulse, I have a funny feeling they're going to be more valuable than you think they are once Pulse Chain launches, because I think people are going to be trying to scoop them back up. So it's just a thought. Just a thought. I could be wrong. What do I know? I just look like John McAfee's illegal clone, and also have had no social media presence for 2 decades or 3 decades, or wait, my whole life, for a good reason. Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's up to you. So I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not a current coder. I more of a script kiddie, smart mouth with some math skill that likes economics and geopolitics. So from my hobbies, what I'm doing with my own trading is I'm taking just a little bit of powder, and by that I mean what I'd spend on a steak dinner, $50. I'm gonna be buying some Luna today while I sit there and wait for Pulse to launch, because I have a funny feeling that it'll be worth something someday. It won't do as well as Pulse, but it looks like a decent deal to me right now. That's just my thoughts. I could be wrong. So yeah, this is me touching base with you guys today to let you know, don't you fret. Alright, X has entered the bull run. Pulse Chain is coming. The future is looking good for those of us that have gotten in, and it's going to be available on market to buy, and then you can use it to buy some of those cheap altcoins after bridge. I'm pretty sure pretty quickly, there might be a deal with a large exchange to provide it. So just be patient. Keep that emotion out of the market. It'll get you wrecked. Everyone is selling Luna, overselling it now because they're emotional. I'm really thinking this is oversold because, yeah, they screwed up the network, but it's not destroyed. It didn't stop running. There's still validators. It can still process transactions, and everything is still verifiable and still runs by blockchain, with the encryption. So nothing really has changed, except they basically got robbed. They basically got tricked into trashing their own price and getting robbed because they were too greedy. So they'll have to rethink their thinking and get the programming re-going with a little better financial balance. That's all. I think I've had my rant for the day at you guys, and hope you took some wisdom from it. So I'm going to call this, I guess, 13 days from launch, lucky 13, and see what people think. So thanks for tuning in. Social media, TopGunX80 at twitter.com, or Twitter, whatever, at Twitter, and same for TikTok. And until next time, folks, stay frosty, stay unemotional, do your security checks. Don't be giving out your information unnecessarily. Stay just a little cautious without staying paranoid. Alright? Till next time, take care.